Okay guys, I'm working on some personal projects and I'm going to take this opportunity to branch out and try some new finishes that I've heard a lot about but haven't had a chance to try them yet. I have these cabinets which I made out of 3/4 inch maple plywood, and I'm going to try this Osmo Polyx-Oil, and I got the clear satin version. I keep seeing it mentioned places, and I've heard good things about it being easy to use, easy to apply, and a very nice durable finish. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so a little bit more information about this product. So basically it's the Osmo Polyx Hard Wax Oil. I got 3054 clear satin. Now, after buying this, I bought it on Amazon, it was 60 bucks. After buying it, I started looking into the other options that they had for just like a clear, nice, organic looking finish. And there were some other options which I thought, oh, maybe I should have gone with that. For example, the matte version. Or there's one that has like a subtle white tint to it to kind of like keep that really natural light look to the wood, which I'm kind of feeling like, oh, I should have got that one, but I already got this one, so I think I'm just gonna go with it. But basically some of the selling points from the website for this finish is that it's extremely durable, it's hard wearing, it's not gonna crack, flake, or peel, and it's an all natural finish and it's made with vegetable oils and waxes. They said it's resistant to water, to dirt, to spills, things like that. From what I understand, there are certain things that it won't agree with, especially acidic things. But this is just going to be for a desk, so I'm not really worried about that type of stuff. They say it's easily applied. I read a lot of different places, including the Osmo directions of how to apply it, and I think I kind of figured out how I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you that in the video. This is going to be the first time I'm doing it, so we'll see how it goes together. Okay, for step one of finishing, we are going to prep the wood. So I didn't really do much to my wood other than lightly hand sand it with, I think I was using 220 grit sandpaper, just again lightly by hand. I mean, it's maple plywood, so it's I'm pretty much just gonna go with it. I'm mostly focused on just softening the edges, but after I did that and then I read deeper into the instructions for this Osmo product, it said for plywood you should go no higher than 120 grit. So keep that in mind. For other types of wood, I think it was like around 150, maybe 180. Other people online said they go up to 150 or 180. So I think maybe there's a little bit of flexibility, but whatever I have here is what I'm going to work with. So once you've got your wood ready, then the next step is you got to stir the product very well. So you need to stir it for at least a full 5 minutes using a proper paint stir to make sure that something that has a flat bottom, so that you're really getting it stirred up and everything's getting incorporated back together if anything's separated in the product. Okay, quick update guys. 5 minutes of stirring is a really long time. I think that my hand is definitely cramping up, so enjoy. Okay, so once the product is stirred, then we're going to start the application. So the application is, and this seems to be highlighted in every step of the process, that it should be a very thin and even application of the product. So you're not really using that much product, you're just getting a even coating on the surface, and after that first coat is done, there shouldn't be any product left over. So this method that I'm using is going to take 2 coats, and I think this product in general, it only takes 2 coats across the board, I believe. So you're applying it very thinly and evenly to the surface. You're working with the grain of the wood, and you're doing it in like figure 8 or circular motions with a white pad. Now, I was a little bit confused. I keep reading about these white pads, non-abrasive white pads, and I looked them up, and I kept seeing Scotch-Brite for, I believe, the brand. But I found some from Walrus Oil, which are non-abrasive pads. They are white. I hope this is the one that people keep referring to. So this is what I'm going to try to use. If this for some reason fails, then I'm just going to go back to a microfiber cloth that I just have laying around. Okay, so you're thinly and evenly coating the surface of the wood with the product. And once everything is coated, it said you can work in small sections if you need to. And then once it's all coated, leave it sit for 5 minutes. And then after that, you're gonna go in with, if you need to, a microfiber lint-free cloth to remove any excess. But again, you really shouldn't have that much excess product after that first application. Okay guys, this is what the inside of the cabinet looks like after one coat. That took probably like about 10 minutes to apply. And I haven't done my edges yet, and I didn't do any edge banding on this cabinet because I just didn't want to. But I am going to take my doors off because I should have taken the hardware off, but I didn't. But I will just at least remove the doors so that I can do the outside of the cabinet, and then I'll come back and do the doors. Looking good so far. Okay, so you've waited your 5 minutes, you've gone in with the cloth if you need to wipe up any excess. So now you're gonna take a clean white pad and you're just gonna kind of use it to polish the surface and make sure there's no like swirl marks or weird rings or white marks or anything from your first application. So basically, again, we're just making sure that any excess product is removed from the surface and it's kind of like polished or like slightly buffed. Okay guys, the first coat is done. It's drying. Drying time has started. I'm really happy with how it looks so far. It became a little bit more amber, but I like it, and in the space I'm gonna use it, it's exactly what I was looking for. It was pretty easy to apply. I would say the application process for these two cabinets took about an hour, give or take, maybe an hour and a half. I tried to keep it as thin as possible. I ended up using about a quarter of my can of product. So I still have the second coat to go. So I'm guessing I'll end up using probably roughly a third of this can for two cabinets. And then I also have a top, which I'm probably going to finish with the same thing. So I'll end up using probably a good portion of this can for the project. But a little bit does go a long way because, you know, this is a lot of surface area to cover. But overall, I'm really happy with how it's looking. So we'll come back tomorrow for the final coat and see how it looks. By the way, you should definitely wear a mask when you do that. And I would not apply it inside because it does have a really strong smell. And I didn't wear a mask, but you shouldn't do that. You should definitely wear one, and I should have worn one too. Okay guys, we are on day 2 of the Osmo Polyx finishing project. So things look good, feel good. It feels dry to the touch. So it's actually been a full 24 hours. I went beyond the recommended 8 to 12 because one, it's still like a little bit cold and potentially a little bit like humid, damp, humid, whatever in here. So I did give it a little extra time, and it feels good. It feels, I don't feel like any kind of moisture or anything like that. So it feels like it is ready for its second coat. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that now. And as far as the finish itself, I think that technically the full cure time, let me see. What is the cure time? It doesn't say on here. Let me just Google it real quick. Okay, so it says the cure time is 10 to 14 days. So it'll be dry to the touch, and I think you can start kind of like light duty using it within 24 hours of your final coat, but it does take some time for the finish to 100% cure. So let's get started on our second application. I forgot to film an update after I finished the second coat, but everything went swimmingly, and I'm about to reveal the final product with you, which is in the official shipping department of Carpenter Katie Co. So let's take a look. So here's the final result. As far as the Osmo finish, I'm so happy with it. I think it turned out perfectly, and I'll definitely be using it again in other colors and things like that for other projects. So I love it. My work surface turned out great. It's perfect for shipping my orders for my little online business. I've got a lot of storage. I made a nice little drawer, which is my first time ever building a drawer. And yeah, tons of storage space. So it's really excellent, and I'm very happy with the end product. So definitely 2 thumbs up for the Osmo Polyx for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.